that we need to continue to stand strong to defend everybody's rights and freedoms.
Hey guys, how you doing today? Woo! Look at that go! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah, most of our snow is all gone now, and I saw this and I was like, ooh, I gotta do a story about this one. This is Chippewa Creek. It's a famous creek here in North Bay. We're right at the edge of town, and we're gonna take a walk, and we're gonna travel along this creek and have a conversation today. Okay? Come with me. Hey guys. Yeah, this is the school I used to go to as a kid. I showed you a video of it before from the front. And see where the concrete is there? That used to be my classroom. I think it was in kindergarten or something, junior or senior. And this used to be all, you know, playground back here with giant trees that reached up far above this one. And we used to have ropes that we used to swing on. We used to play in this creek. You know, it used to be great. Used to try and catch the water spiders and throw them in the girls' hair. You kids these days, you got it a lot easier. You don't have to just throw it in the girls' hairs. You can throw it in the boys' and girls' hairs. They both freak out the same these days. But I digress. Anyway, I want to have a conversation. I want to have a conversation about things that are going on these days. I'm seeing a lot of people that don't understand what stay in your lane means. Now we're going to use this strike that's going on currently. Currently we have, yes, this is Chippewa Creek, by the way. Currently have a strike going on with federal government employees and bureaucrats. And what they're asking for is, I mean, honestly, I can't fault them for asking. I mean, there's an old saying, Mom always said, you never know till you ask. So, when they ask for 47% wage increase over the next 3 years, there's no fault in asking that. Expecting it is another thing altogether. But anyway, that's not my biggest problem. Although, that is a problem in and of itself because they make $120,000 medium income versus the 69,000 of the average Canadian, and they're asking taxpayers to pay them 47% more. That's a little rude, don't you think? Especially in this time and age, during these financial times. No, I'm not going this way. This is towards the road. I don't want to go down the trail. So, you know, time and place. But, you see, they're asking for something else. You see, the union is asking the government and the taxpayers to fund the union creating a program that the taxpayers are not 100% behind. Matter of fact, I would say we're really, really far apart on this one if you put everybody together. You see, the union wants to be able to create a program called diversity, equity, and inclusion, or as I like to call it, DIE, because I got that from Jordan Peterson. Ew, leeches. Anyway, so they want to create this program, and taxpayers are supposed to foot the bill for this program to force corporations and everyone to ignore qualifications and adhere to a diversity score, diversity, equity, inclusion score, rather than qualifications. This is a serious problem to the quality of services and the quality of employees at any particular business if you force businesses to do this. This is not your role. As a union, your role is to work for your members to get them better pay, better benefit packages, and all this jazz. I may not agree with what you're asking for your employees, because Frankly, I don't make as much as you guys do, but you guys want to stay home and make more, almost double what I make or the average Canadian makes. And you think this is okay that I flip the bill for this. This is just rude. It's just ignorant. It's, what's the word there? Not inconsistent. Inconsiderate. Inconsiderate of the people that actually flip the bill for this. And the sad part is, Trudeau is actually going to probably approve that section of their wants. This is just rude. Anyway, let's go to another section. As I'm leaving the creek, just got to point this out. We're still going through this nonsense. God. Hey guys. Yeah, it's going to be a little louder here because there's a lot of traffic, and I'll explain in just a minute why there's so much traffic. So we're back at Chippewa Creek here, and it's just flowing. Very, very swollen right now because the melt off and that. And we've had a lot of rain lately. And this is Chippewa Street. Okay, and if we walk down this street, just down here, you'll notice there's a lot of crowds going on right now because, well, this is where the auditorium is. Where that bus is up there, that's where the auditorium is. And that's where the North Bay Battalion are going to battle again tonight for round 2 division champions of the OHL. Yes, we are in the playoffs in North Bay here. I think we're 3rd overall. I'm not sure if it's an earned division. I don't follow hockey. Lindros killed hockey for me, but that's an entirely different story. Anyway, I'm not going to walk up Chippewa here because there's way too many people and I want to have this conversation. So, actually, let's go down the trail here. Nobody will be walking around on the trail. So, that little segue I did there was perfect for this segment of this conversation. You see, this week we had the health department put out a statement. Again, stay in your lane. Because you need to share the way. So the health department put out a statement this week where they think that they should be approved to make decisions in regards to things that are not in their mandate. And they should have the authority in which to impose upon Canadian civilization and society as a whole on their opinion on what direction society should go, instead of society telling them in what direction they would like society to go. They want to mandate that they are in charge of climate change. Well, how are you going to change the climate when you got people that can't even find a garbage can? This is just... No, I can't. That's got to go in a garbage can. I can't leave that there. That's just dumb. Oh, that's soaking wet. Like, we have a Minister of Environment that's in charge of this. This is out of your lane. Okay. There was another segment to it, and I can't remember what it is off the top of my head. My brain's not working. Oh, they want to kill capitalism and create a socialist society where the collective is more important than the individual. Hey, I've told you before, I'm a liberal and I believe in liberal ideas. And I believe that the world and Canada should have a social safety net. Okay? I believe we should have dental care. I believe we should have eye care. I believe we should have any pharmacare. I believe in all that jazz. But I am not this kind of liberal. I don't believe in dictating to people what they need to do with their lives. This is Canada. We are a free and democratic society. What the Department of Health is proposing is a capitalist society where the department gets to dictate the society we live in. This is not appropriate. This is just rude. And it's not your job. Individualism you may see as a hindrance, but it also creates the most innovative progress to society that anyone has seen throughout the history of mankind. Okay? Because if I have a problem that I need to solve for myself, that makes me go out and try and find a solution for myself. Okay? Like, I don't have a garbage, I see garbage on the thing here, and I find it disturbing, so I take it with me to throw it out, because I don't want to see it. That's a selfish thing. It's not a collectivist thing. Okay? This is not a communist ideal. This is an individual ideal. Whether you pick it up or not is irrelevant to me. I think you should, but that's irrelevant. Right now, that one disturbs me. I'm taking it with me. Okay, so back at Chippewa Creek here. In North Bay here, we have a problem. You see, we're having a situation right now where, again, somebody doesn't want to stay in their own lane. This is going to sound really petty, and they think they're doing the right thing, but they're not doing the right thing. Okay? The Nipissing District School Board has decided that in the name of reconciliation, that the word Chippewa is a, what's the word here? What's the word? Is insulting to the native people. Okay? So, they've taken it upon themselves to rename this high school from Chippewa High School. Now, let me tell you about this high school. You see, it's on the corner of Chippewa and High, which is just right over there. There's somebody, I don't want to get in the frame right now, right beside me. So, anyway, right over there, it's the corner of Chippewa and High. See the car stopping there? They're all heading to the hockey game, which is just down the street over that way. But they want to rename this school. And this has been a problem going on for a little while now here in North Bay. This school was founded in the 1950s, I do believe. And there was a lot of consideration into creating the name, the Chippewa High School. And a lot of that consideration was for the fact that there was such a high native presence in North Bay. Okay, so in today's world, where we have, oh, I can't zoom in right now. Oh, but just look in that window. I really wish I could zoom in right now. We have this nonsense propagating through our education system, all the way up to the top. Okay? This is not the place for that kind of discussions, those kinds of discussions. This is a school. This is where we teach children how to become adults, how to survive in a society in which everyone is entitled to their opinion. This is where we teach them the fundamentals of surviving in society. Math, English, science. But no, we're going to ignore all that because we want to check a social justice box. Okay? So the Nipissing District School Board has decided this school, its name needs to change. See, there's a problem with this. A major problem with this. Okay? And I'll explain it in a minute here. This is Nipissing First Nations Duchesne Village. Okay? This is a First Nations reserve. Oh God, I hate that name. Oh, a First Nations community. Okay? On the edge of North Bay. North Bay is literally the other side of that street. It's on the edge of North Bay. Okay? They are a huge part of our community, of our area, and this This community stretches from here all the way westward to the edge of Sturgeon Falls, which is 32 kilometers away. And they have the north shore of Lake Nipissing all the way across. Now, the Chippewa Creek is not connected here, but it runs through the city of North Bay as a token to the First Nations that lived here. Okay, you see, First Nations are an important part of North Bay. First Nations are the ones that taught us how to do the fur trade back in the original days. And I've shown you in the videos, 1679 or 1609, I can't remember now the dates, on that one plaque showing you where the fur trades used to come into Lake Nipissing. Well, it was this First Nations that taught us that, and have been part of our society here in North Bay from the very beginning. So we named a school the Chippewa High School because many members of this community attend that school. I said there was a major problem with them renaming the school from Chippewa High School. And one of the things that came up during the discussions of renaming it is this community decided to ask themselves how they felt about the name change. And they decided, no, don't change the name, because it honored them. The whole purpose of creating the name, the Chippewa High School, the Chippewa River, Chippewa Street, was an honor to our First Nations here in North Bay. And over the century, the city has been around. Everybody has contributed to the city, and every part of the city has become part of us. Like the Chippewa Creek that you see before you. This is our heritage. This is our legacy. Maybe you don't like the name, and that's fine. You don't have to like the name. But all these citizens in all this city, and even the reserve, oh, I hate that word. Even the community, the First Nations community outside of town, have all voted and told you, no, don't do this. The name has honor behind it. The name is part of our community. It's part of us. And as we spread our culture and our livelihoods and come born from this city and spread ourselves out into the wider world, we bring that with us. The inclusiveness of the Native culture within our community. Whether they went to the reserve or not. God, I hate that word. Whether they've ever been to the First Nations community or not. It doesn't matter. Everyone in North Bay knows Chippewa. Knows Chippewa School. Knows the Chippewa Creek. As much as they know Lake Nipissing. Now, to tie all this back together, you see, that creek started with an individual drop of rain or an individual snowflake and created this creek that feeds a greater lake and becomes part of our country. And you want to strip away its name under the guise of reconciliation. You want to demand taxpayers pay for something they don't agree with. You want to demand that you have the right to overstep your mandate into other people's areas. the individual can contribute greater than you give us credit for, and become part of a collective as an individual. You see, when I reach down into this water without falling in it, hopefully, and I put my fingers in there and I bring them up, you see all those individuals falling off of there? That's us. And just a final note, my individual choice chose to throw this in the garbage. Welcome to the Fringe.